How to start a business with little money. Have you ever stopped to think about why so many people dream of having their own business, but end up giving up before they even start? It seems like there's a lack of money, that the risk is too great, that the timing is never right. But the truth is that the problem is rarely about money. It's about how you approach the process, the fear of making mistakes, and the difficulty of turning ideas into action when resources are limited. Many people believe that starting a business requires a large amount of capital, and that without enough money it's impossible to grow. But successful businesses rarely start out huge. They start small, simple, often invisible, and grow as those who build them learn to use what they have in the most strategic way possible. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to start a business with little money, demonstrating the attitudes, choices, and mindset that allow you to bring ideas to life even when your budget is tight. If this content resonates with you, subscribe to the channel and share it with someone who also wants to start their own business. This helps the channel grow and brings these ideas to more people who want to take control of their own financial lives. Stay with me until the end, because many of the pitfalls that prevent people from starting aren't in the market or a lack of money. They're in the way you think, plan, and act. The first thing you need to understand is that starting with little money requires total focus on the essentials. Most people make this mistake. They dream too big from the beginning. They think about huge offices, expensive equipment, aggressive marketing, hiring staff, large inventories, and end up freezing before even taking the first step. The fear of failure, the feeling that the business needs to be perfect, makes many people give up before they even really begin. Businesses that grow consistently, however, start simply. They begin with what you already have, with skills you already master, solving real problems that exist in your environment. It's not glamorous, it's not a huge investment. It's about putting something functional on the market, testing, learning, adjusting, and only then growing. You can start at home, offering a service you already know how to provide well, to friends, family, or close acquaintances. You can sell online, using free social media, marketplaces, or WhatsApp groups, without needing to invest in expensive advertising. The focus here is that every step you take should generate learning and tangible results. Every sale, every interaction, every piece of feedback received is more valuable than any expensive physical structure. It's in this process that you understand how the market really works, how people react to your product, and what adjustments are needed to grow the business. Furthermore, starting simply doesn't mean dreaming small or giving up on ambition. It means understanding that all sustainable growth needs a strong foundation, well-built and tested in practice. Many people confuse simplicity with limitation, when in fact, simplicity is what allows for clarity, focus, and real learning. It reduces risks, avoids waste, and creates a safe environment to make mistakes, correct them, and evolve. Every conscious action, even if it seems small at first, generates something extremely valuable: experience. It builds credibility, develops skills, creates a repertoire of decisions, and forms a history of real results. This history, however small it may be at the beginning, becomes the foundation that will allow you to grow more securely in the future. Scaling without a base is like trying to build a tall building without a foundation. It may rise quickly, but the risk of collapse is enormous. Businesses that start too big, with high investments and unrealistic expectations, often skip the most important step: learning. When this happens, any mistake is costly. If the model doesn't work, if the market doesn't respond, or if the execution fails, the entire initial investment can be lost. Those who start small, on the other hand, pay less to learn, test hypotheses with less pressure, and gain time to adjust course before committing larger resources. The real secret lies in thinking in stages, not in perfection. There is no ideal moment, nor a perfect plan on paper. There is only the first possible step. Starting small allows you to test quickly, fail quickly, and learn quickly. Each attempt generates data, each adjustment improves the path, and each small victory reinforces the confidence that it is possible to move forward, even with limited resources. Over time, these small victories accumulate. What was once just a simple idea becomes a process, has clients, predictability, and clarity. Confidence increases, risk decreases, and growth becomes a natural consequence. This is how simple ideas, well executed and constantly adjusted, cease to be mere experiments and transform into solid, sustainable businesses prepared for real growth. Another crucial point is how you manage available funds. Limited funds require extra attention. Every penny needs to be allocated purposefully. Wealthy and successful entrepreneurs understand that money isn't a magic solution, it's a tool. Every incoming amount should work in favor of the business, even if it's small. This creates consistency and prevents scarce capital from being wasted. In everyday life, this manifests itself in simple but crucial decisions. You might decide to start by offering a service that doesn't require rent, producing something at home, or using free tools. Or you could test online sales before investing in a large inventory. Each small decision, repeated with discipline, accumulates results. This is what differentiates those who grow even with little money from those who never get anywhere. Another key point is the relationship with time. Many people trade working hours for money without thinking and end up without the energy to build something of their own. Those who manage to set aside time to plan, execute, and learn transform effort into consistent results. This is different from working hard without a strategy. Every hour invested needs to generate learning or movement in the business. Those who understand this transform time and money into allies, not enemies. Accepting adjustments is another point that few mention. Starting with little money requires giving up certain things, prioritizing the essentials, and postponing some desires. This isn't about giving up on dreams, it's about preparing the ground to make them possible. Temporary adjustments create a solid foundation. They allow every penny to be used strategically and every decision to be made with clarity. Mindset is one of the most decisive factors for the success of any business, especially those that start small. When resources are limited, there is no room for waste, vanity, or decisions based solely on expectation. Everything needs to be thought out with intention, learning, and constant adaptation. In this scenario, how you approach challenges matters as much as the idea itself. Businesses that start small require rapid learning because the market responds immediately. Every sale, every objection, every operational difficulty reveals something important about the product, the service, or the way value is communicated. In this context, making mistakes is not a sign of failure, but a natural part of the process. Mistakes become feedback. They show what doesn't work, what can be adjusted, and where the real opportunity for improvement lies. Every failure brings the chance to refine the product, improve delivery, adjust the price, or change the sales strategy. Those who understand this stop avoiding mistakes and start using them as a tool for growth. Instead of paralyzing, mistakes guide. Instead of demotivating, they teach. This constant cycle of testing, failing, correcting, and trying again is what accelerates the evolution of small businesses. Consistency is the element that connects effort to results. Small, isolated actions don't generate impact, but small actions repeated every day build something big over time. Adjusting processes, improving communication, better serving the customer, and selling more consciously, even on a small scale, creates a solid and sustainable foundation. Learning to deal with scarcity strategically generates a competitive advantage from the start. Those who begin with little develop creativity, discipline, and efficiency. They learn to prioritize, to do more with less, and to make better decisions. As the business grows and resources increase, this mindset remains, making the operation stronger, more resilient, and much better prepared to compete in the long term. And then there's the issue of daily planning. A small business needs constant attention. Those who only react to unforeseen events never grow. Those who plan, even with small amounts or steps, build consistency. Over time, these small actions accumulate into enormous results. Two businesses can start with almost equal resources, but one ends up growing and the other stagnating. It's not luck, it's not magic. It's discipline and attention to detail. In everyday life, these differences become very clear, even if they seem small at first glance. Those who only react to financial emergencies live constantly stressed and anxious. Every penny that comes in already has a specific purpose, and any unforeseen event generates immediate worry. It's a cycle of reaction, paying bills, covering debts, fixing problems, trying to hold on to what's left. The lives of these people are dominated by the short term, and any longer-term planning seems distant or impossible. Those who plan, even if they start with very little, live differently. This planning doesn't require extra money, but it does require attention and discipline. Even small amounts, when directed with purpose, begin to transform into tools for growth. Each conscious choice, saving a little, investing in learning, reinvesting business profits, creates a cumulative effect. It's as if each action were a piece of a puzzle that, over time, forms a much larger picture of financial freedom. Small, repeated successes every month have an exponential effect. An extra sale today, conscious savings tomorrow, a minimal investment you make without fail, these things accumulate. It's not about winning everything at once, but about creating consistency. And it's this consistency that generates real freedom. The freedom to make decisions without anxiety, to choose opportunities without depending solely on incoming money, to feel that you control your own financial life. In everyday life, this makes a difference in simple situations. While those who react to emergencies feel pressured to accept any job, any sale, or any opportunity just to survive, those who plan can choose carefully, testing strategies, learning from each action, and adjusting without fear. Money ceases to be a constant problem and becomes an ally in building something greater. This difference in behavior explains why two people with similar incomes can end up with completely different financial outcomes. It's not luck, it's not special talent. It's attention, discipline, and consistency. It's the ability to transform every penny, every hour, and every decision into real results. If this content resonates with you, leave a comment like, "I'm going to start my business today." This type of comment reinforces your intention and creates a commitment to action. Another important point is knowing how to see opportunities in limited resources. Starting small doesn't mean limiting yourself. It means using creativity, testing ideas, and creating intelligent solutions. Often, financial limitations force innovation, making you see alternatives you would never have with a lot of money available. It's also essential to learn from those who have already done it. Observe, ask questions, test. The experience of others can save time and money by avoiding unnecessary mistakes. But action remains your responsibility. Without execution, any theory or planning is useless. Ultimately, starting a business with little money isn't about luck or magic. It's about focus, discipline, planning, continuous learning, and consistent strategic actions. It's about transforming limited resources into real opportunities, building step by step, and using each experience to drive growth. If you've made it this far, comment again with something like, "I'm going to turn a little into a lot." This helps to manifest that intention and strengthens your commitment to your business. And subscribe to the channel, because here we talk about money, entrepreneurship, and financial mindset in a direct, practical, and applicable way for those who want to start building something real today without waiting for miracles or large investments.